If your clinic is stuck at 30, 50, or even 80K a month, you do not have one problem. You have four problems. And they make each other worse. They're multiplying each other. I'm Alex. I run Spine Empire. We've looked at hundreds of chiro clinics. We've audited hundreds of chiropractic growth systems, and I wrote 2 books just about this topic. And it's almost always one of the same four things. Picture your clinic as a bucket. Money pours in the top every month, but it leaks out of 4 holes. It's either traffic, shows, closes, or plans. So once you fix one hole, the other 3 will still drain you. So let's look at each hole starting with traffic. So leak number 1, not enough new patients walk in. And most owners think I just need more leads, and that's the instinct. But I've seen clinics spend twice as much on ads, but they still make less money. So here's why the other 3 leaks will still eat what you pour in. More leads into a broken bucket, it's just faster leaking. So how do you get more leads the right way? There are 4 ways to do it. 4 main ways to generate leads. It's called the core 4. But for a chiropractor, only 2 apply. See the content or ads? Let's talk about ads. Cold ads book 3 out of 100 people. And I am not talking about high intent ads. I'm talking about cold interruption based ads. Just 3%. And that shows us that Facebook is not expensive, but the thing is, bad funnels make Facebook look expensive. So the fix here is not just a better ad, it's a better business model. It's a seminar. Each lead will cost you from $10 to $15 compared to the usual $50 per lead. So if you spend $300 to $500 of ads, that will bring in about 20 to 30 registration to the seminar. About 20 of them will actually show up to the room because it's a free event. And about 50 to 70% of them will say yes to care if it's structured the right way. And that's a completely different math to cold ads. But here's the honest part. This is hard to run. Running ads, the seminar, the follow-up every week, it's draining. It's very brutal. And if you miss one thing, everything falls apart. So now you're not short on leads. Now you are short on a system. One that runs your seminar dates, your ads, your follow-up texts, and the script that closes the room, all working together. And that's leak 1 done. Now before leak 2, here's something weird. People book and then they don't show up. And most clinics, they try just to remind them again. And this still fails. Because one email 3 days before will still leave 5 to 20 people out of 100 no-shows. So what moves the needle? What actually works? 2 levers. Timing and requiring a response. A text the night before that needs a reply, plus a call the morning of to confirm. So a reminder is just a suggestion, but a commitment is a deadline. And honestly, you have to do this every week with no days off. Every patient, every week, without a fail. Or the chair will sit empty, and that empty chair at 10 a.m. will waste your morning. So that's leak 2, and it's done. And I'm sorry about this, but most owners don't like what comes next, which is leak number 3. People sit down and then they say no. Owners think they need better sales skills. But most probably you don't have a sales problem. You have a sequencing problem, which means it's an order problem. You have to show the value before you say the price, because that way people cannot compare the price to what they have in their pockets. They will compare it to the actual value you provide. And that is why when you ask for the price too soon, you will lose the sale. And a healthy close rate running this system is from 60% to 70%. And if you're below that, you broke the order somewhere. And honestly, you might say people ask for the price too soon. And you might also add they do it on purpose. To be honest, they might be. They might want to throw you off. Staying on track when they push is the hard part. And that's why our closing system gives the team the exact word to say in what order, just so your team never answers too soon. So that was leak 3, and the last one is not about marketing at all. Leak 4 is plans. When people start the care plan, but then they vanish. And most owners say people were not committed. But the reality is that's an excuse and not a real reason. Real problem is nobody reached out before they disappear, before they drifted away. So you're not short on patients who start care, but you're short on patients who actually finish it. I want you to open your schedule right now. I want you to count how many people disappeared after visit number 6. And that's your leak right there. So what actually stops this? Knowing where every patient stands right now. Not from memory, but from a system that flags this gap. Then someone will reach out before they ghost, before they actually disappear. And to be fair, you have to track this every week. For every patient, this is not a one-time check-in. And our plan system flags every gap for you. So your team catches patients before you lose them. And that's all 4 leaks. And here's the part that really matters. These 4 leaks don't just add up, they multiply. A small traffic leak times a show leak times a close leak is not 4 small separate problems. It is one broken system. And that is why Fixing just one barely moves the needle. And that is why we build 4 systems and not just one. Traffic, shows, closes, and plans, all working together. And that's the Spine Empire model. So if your clinic makes 30K to 150K a month, stop guessing which leak is yours. We will spend 12 minutes with you mapping your leaks with your actual numbers. And you'll know exactly what dollar figure is hiding and where. So one last thing before you go. Which leak are you fixing first? Traffic, shows, closes, or plans? I want you to comment the word. If you want the 7-day fix first checklist, you can scan these QR codes or you can visit the website. If you want to get a hold of digital copies of these 2 books, you can scan this QR code or spineempire.com/ebook. And if you want a free revenue leak audit, you can scan this QR code or spineempire.com/fund. We will show you your numbers, and if we're a good fit, we will build it together. And see you in the next video.